Before we go any further, I want to preface this. Spoiler! Yo guys, Austin here, also known as Blue Skies, and welcome to another Jam Entertainment movie review podcast. I'm joined by my friends Maya and Justin.
Hello!
Today,
Hey!
we have watched Alien. To emphasis on this video, at least myself, I am sick.
We're all sick.
We're all sick.
We're literally all sick.
We're sick together. The sick trio. Sniffles.
Aww.
My throat is a little sore, and specifically, I cannot breathe through my nose. So that is fun. So we're all gonna sound nasally as hell today, but we're gonna do it.
Achoo!
So, as I said, today we have watched Alien. This was a recommendation by Justin.
This one was a long time
his
coming.
First one, actually. It's about time we got to him. So, this is how it works. As we go, we each take turns right at the beginning to give a little chance for each of us to say what we like about this movie, what we dislike, our general thoughts, and then to give a basic rating right off the bat. Then we will go to the Jam Entertainment rubric and base the movie against each of the separate categories of cinematography, writing, acting, sound/music, and post-production, which will eventually give us a final score out of 100 for the Jam Entertainment movie review. So, seeing as this is Justin's recommendation, I'm going to pour off right to him. Let him get us started. Justin, take it away.
Holy fuck, I have tears in my eyes right now. This has been a long time coming. Yeah, it's my second favorite movie of all time. I don't really know what people are expecting.
Actually, that's a lie. Sometimes he says Alien is his first favorite, and then he says The Thing is his first favorite. He keeps changing it, so we never know. We never know.
I don't know. In my entire friendship with Justin, he's always firmly said that The Thing is his all-time favorite.
Okay, to be fair,
he changes his mind.
To be fair, Maya's known me longer. I have had those debates every once in a while. Although usually it is The Thing that's my favorite movie. And trust me, folks, we'll get to that one soon. It'll be a special. I'm just waiting for the right moment for that one. Alien is a very special movie. I grew up with this movie. This is the first rated R movie that I've... Actually, no, probably the second, because the first one, I saw Aliens first before I actually saw Alien, but...
You watched the second one and then the first one?
Yeah,
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, because when I was a kid, I had no understanding of sequels or movies or anything, so I looked at the DVD cover, and I saw, oh, that's an alien, that looks cool, so I picked it up, and I remember it was a cover of the Queen Alien, and it was a collector's edition, and I picked it up.
This intro is going to last for an hour.
This isn't the intro at this point.
I watched Aliens, and I loved it so much that I decided to go back and pick up the first one. I tricked my grandma into buying both of them by covering the rated R rating with my thumb, because there are two ratings on the back of the box. There's a PG-13, and there's an R. I just slipped the R under my thumb. My grandma was like, "Oh, that's appropriate for you," and I managed to watch it, and I've been completely in love with the movie ever since. This is a fantastic film to me, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. All right, those are my general thoughts down. We'll get into the nitty gritty when we get to that, but right. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to figure out what I'm.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. You don't need to be a genius to figure that out. 10 out of 10. Next, who's next? Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna pass the floor.
Who's next?
Me.
You want to go next?
Yes.
All right. Passing the mic to you. We're also recording in the same room, by the way, me and Maya. So pass the mic to Maya. Like a show and tell.
As you can see from Justin's intro, you can only imagine my annoyance of this movie by how many times he has made me watch it throughout our 3-year relationship.
Yes.
But it actually took me a few watches for me to like it and completely understand it, because I was just looking at Justin like, what the fuck are you showing me? Why is there an alien coming out of a guy's pregnant stomach?
I mean,
I guess
Justin
that is a
ruined the
great
first
first
viewing
date, isn't
for
it?
me.
Yeah.
It's an amazing first date.
Yeah, huh?
Justin ruined my first viewing by talking the entire time.
Okay, you did not need to bring that up. You did not need to bring that up.
I
Did-
mean, you're the editor,
Did
you
he
can
talk to
remove
you
it.
about the director?
No.
He talked about a lot of things.
I know.
Stop.
But after at least the first watch, I wasn't completely sure. I was kind of like, what? And then I watched it a second time and I was like, this is actually pretty cool.
Exactly.
Yep, that was,
Exactly.
for one of Justin's birthdays, I did paint him a realistic xenomorph one time.
It is really cool.
Nice.
And I even bought him a xenomorph Funko Pop for when he's hanging off of a chain in a extra scene that isn't in the theatrical cut.
Yeah, Austin, you
Oh, I think
loser.
I
I
saw
heard
that.
you
That was-
watched the theatrical cut.
Don't make fun of him.
No, I'm just kidding. Both cuts are actually
confused.
pretty good. It doesn't really matter which one when you watch. I mean,
I think I remember you. Didn't you get him that for his birthday?
Keep talking about your love for Alien. I'm gonna go take a piss.
What?
Yeah.
All of this time we were setting up for 30 fucking minutes. You didn't even go to the bathroom beforehand?
No.
Go-
That would require being smart.
Go pee, Jesus.
So as you were saying, Maya.
So every time Justin mentions it, I get annoyed, but at the same time, I'm like, look at this goofy little nerd talking about his little alien obsession. But yeah, I would give it. Can I do 0.5s on ratings?
I mean, these rating right now means nothing, as this is just personal rating. And yes, you can even give 0.5s during the other time. It just makes it awkward. Like 28 days later, getting a 93.5 out of 100 from us.
You know what? That's fair. Oh god.
But on this rating, it doesn't matter.
He's back.
I'm
Well, I'm
back.
just here to hear
I'm
your
not.
rating.
I'm not done talking. Shush.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I rated it, and what am I gonna rate it? 9 out of 10. But let's go.
9 out of 10.
We're going with a 9 out of 10, folks.
Alright, sweet. So, I never really grew up on Alien. Unlike Justin.
Boo.
My dad probably showed me when I was younger, and I just never really understood them. I was a kid. I wanted to watch Star Wars and see clones go pew pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
But then I knew a lot of the pop culture, obviously. Like, I knew about the face huggers, I knew about the xenomorphs, I knew about their interior mouths and their acid skin and that kind of shit. I knew some of the scenes, like how you have the guy the alien bursting out of his stomach. That's a classic, right?
I was traumatized by that.
So going into it, I was otherwise pretty. It was pretty much a blind experience, and as I already said before, I watched it the first time with Justin, and he wouldn't shut up because he was geeking out. So the movie itself is, and I just watched it again for today, and it again was really intriguing just to listen to the whole story about how many layers. I think one of the things that I really enjoy the most, in a sense, is a combination of both how the characters just feel like real people, and how the story isn't afraid to develop itself and actually just take it step by step by step, and just really like make the crew learn.
What did you say? With the big dick crew? Yeah.
What?
The big
What?
dick crew. That's what I
I
heard.
hate being sick.
The big dick crew.
Justin and I were both like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, the movie itself, there's some stuff that I think is like not amazing. Personally,
Blasphemy.
What?
there's one particular that I can think of right off the bat, and I won't go too in depth, but I just want to mention it. When the alien kills Parker and the other lady, Lydia, what is her name?
I don't like her.
Lambert.
Lambert's a
Lambert,
bitch.
or at least I knew it was an L. Anyways, the scene where the alien kills those two, I have complaints. But we'll get into that later. So for now, I would give, if I look at my other movies and movies that I've rated along this, I want to say this kind of movie doesn't appeal to me, but I also love The Thing. And I think I gave The Thing a much higher rating.
Yes, you did.
As you know, I fucking love Aliens. The sequel was amazing.
Yeah, the sequel was brilliant.
Well, yeah, debate.
We are not talking about the sequel, Justin. Please don't go on another tangent.
I'm
I will
not.
cry.
Okay,
I will cry.
well,
I'm
here,
just
I'll
saying
shut Justin- I'll
one
shut Justin up.
sentence.
One sentence
Okay,
is going to
say
turn
it,
into an
say it.
essay with you.
The
Say it.
debate is that it's always Alien or Aliens.
Well, for me, it's Aliens. I do not believe that my 7 vote is justified, so I will say an 8.
An
And
8 out of
leave it
10?
at that.
Okay.
I
Okay,
give it an 8
okay.
out of 10. 4 out of 5 stars. And with that recap done, we can actually move on. So now that we have, after a little bit longer than expected, our little intro, we're going to go on to the actual discussion, the in-depth review. We're going to go
Yes.
off of the
Discussion!
entertainment rubric, starting with cinematography.
Justin, do it.
You want me to lead again?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You're clearly itching to speak, so I say go get him.
I think the cinematography is absolutely gorgeous in this movie. I'm not going to say too much about the cinematography because there's not really much to go to besides it's absolutely beautiful. The shots are amazing. The scale of the film is amazing. It encapsulates so many different feelings through each different shot. It looks beautiful. It looks like, honestly,
Beautiful.
the first time I watched Alien, I was thinking to myself, like, this doesn't look like a movie from 1979. It looks like a movie from, like, 2000. Because it looks so crisp. It looks so clear. And it looks a lot clearer than a lot of other movies at the time. A specific example is Aliens. Aliens, although I do like the cinematography in that movie too, it looks like a movie of the time. It has that it's more grainy in a way, but with Alien, it's absolutely crystal clear, and that's an aspect that Ridley Scott carries with him. He knows how to use a camera. Even his worst films look fucking beautiful, and yeah, the cinematography for me is a 20 out of 20. I absolutely love it. My favorite shot of the movie is the rack focus of Ripley, like, going up the ladder. She puts her hands on the edge of the ladder, and she's slowly putting her face up. You could see all the dust and sand on her face, and you could see just the fear in her eyes. It's almost animalistic in a way.
This motherfucker.
Like, it's just a pure look of, like, just all that's going in the head is survival. She just needs to survive. And it's so, yeah, it's so amazing. The colors really pop in that entire climax between the orange, the yellow, the blue. It's incredible with its cinematography. All right.
Bah.
You slimy bitch.
We need Austin.
You stole my favorite shot of the movie just because you couldn't think of it.
No. That's also my favorite shot of the movie. I love that shot.
I sent you a picture of the shot earlier, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, I love that.
That was your exact reaction.
Ladies, I'm tired. Stop fighting.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck. Are you bleeding?
Damn.
Anyway, I am shit about talking about cinematography. What? Shut the fuck up! I am bad at talking about cinematography because all I can really say is, oh, cool, pretty shot, while Justin went on about animalistic or whatever the fuck he said earlier.
Stop it.
I don't use fancy words. I just say, yeah, it was cool. It was nice to look at. I am going to say 16 out of 20.
What?
So what specifically dropped? Okay, just
Blasphemy.
your tits. What specifically drops it though?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'm bad at rating cinematography because I'm just like, eh.
Okay, well then here, I'll continue because I feel similar to you than I do to Justin. I'll honestly, and next time he sees me, there's a good chance he'll give me a bitch slap for this. But I think the cinematography is kind of bland. I think it's kind of bland. In a sense.
You made a mistake. You made a mistake. Take it back. Take it back right now.
What?
In the movie, the cinematography has no problems. It has no problems. There's a lot of really good shots. There's the shots that are just like perfectly framed when they're all first waking up in the tubes. And then obviously you stole my favorite shot of the movie where Ripley's crawling up the ladder. We see her fingers almost like as if they ripple like water grabbing onto the rim there. She's in a survival fight or flight state in that moment. It is just beautiful with all the lighting and the colors, and there's no music and the sound. But other than that, the movie itself, with its camera work, is kind of bland. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing that really pops out at me. Now, what does pop out at me is the lighting everywhere. The lighting is superb.
The lighting was cool.
And more specifically, the set design. I think the set design is what gives a lot of the visuals its charm and its beauty.
Okay, I'll give you that. Most of my, if we're not including the Ripley shot that I totally stole from you, most of my favorite shots do include just like the interior of the ship, like showing it, like specifically the opening scene, just seeing the light reflecting on all of the, the interior of the ship, just seeing the hallways. The aesthetic to the ship is immaculate.
I would give it,
dude. You're treading on thin ice here.
I'm gonna give it a 16 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 16 out of 20.
Okay.
Same as me.
Not bad.
If Maya agrees, I'd say we could give it an 18 out of 20 with Justin's 20 out of 20.
You're not off the hook.
I had good reasons for not liking the stuff I didn't like. 18 out of 20 final score for Jammer Entertainment Cinematography under Alien. Moving on to writing. Now, if Justin doesn't mind, just because I'm sure Maya would like a break at least from hearing him yap in her ear, I wouldn't mind saying a few words about the writing. This movie is a very good job at actually making each of the characters feel like people. Like, these do really feel like blue collar workers that I would meet in my own job working at the airport, in a warehouse, right? It's these kind of people, and they feel real. And that's also in part with the acting, but the writing as well just takes time to give actual attention to each of the characters, which I feel is important when you have a big cast of main characters like this. The story does a good job at just developing slowly and taking it step by step as it would normally and how it would naturally progress. The Nostromo locates the signal of the alien ship, wakes up the crew wakes up slowly, they assume that they're going to Earth. So let's take like 5 minutes to actually see them going like, wait, hold up, we're nowhere near Earth, what's going on here? Go through all that process, figure out where they are, have a team meeting, land on the planet, investigate the ship, someone gets infected by the ship, something on the ship, and the whole movie goes on like in that whole like just step by step and how every person deals with this and what everyone else is doing, to the point where it's just Ripley alive, going to sleep.
Oh? Austin? Pancho?
Is he dead?
I don't know. What? Austin, you're dead. What happened to you?
I'm very much here. No, I'm... Oh, fuck.
Pancho?
What is that from?
It's the dog. He throws the dog into the snow and he goes, Pancho?
Who the fuck's the dog?
Oh my god, it's a vine. It's a vine. He throws the dog into the snow.
That's a fucking vine?
God damn it.
Do we continue?
Yeah, I guess let's just continue. I guess.
So it's Jay podcast here.
Yeah,
No, wait, no, is it?
It's
Jim.
It's Jim podcast.
Welcome to the Jim podcast. Jim podcast, everybody. Okay.
Jim Biden.
No.
Okay, talk about the characters and the writing.
Okay.
What do you have to say?
I actually really like the writing. For writing, I'm specifically going to be what? Stop laughing!
Okay.
I'm talking! Fuck! Anyway, for the writing, I'm specifically going to be talking about Ash, because I really like his character and his writing specifically. Because when you first watch the movie, you don't... Oh yeah, spoilers, by the way. When you first watch the movie, you don't realize that Ash is like the traitor among us. It's yet sneaky, yet kind of obvious, his writing, that he's the villain, kind of, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, the first time you don't notice, but then once you watch it multiple times, you realize the seeds that were planted.
Yeah, and an example of that is when Ripley was deciphering the message, the distress signal they got from the planet, and when Ripley told Ash that it looked like a warning she was gonna get them, he said, "What's the point?"
What?
What's the point? Yeah, what's the point of saving your crew from a warning signal? Yeah, Ash, you're really doing it really. Yeah, you're very obvious, but I don't know how the hell I didn't realize you were the villain until like the third time I watched this damn movie. But
Wait, what?
What?
So the third time?
Yeah, I guess third or second time. That's when I
God
realized.
damn.
I was like, oh, that's suspicious.
I also do have another example where they're taking Kane into the ship. He's got the face hugger on him. And they're like, "Open the hatch. We gotta get him inside." And Ripley's like, No, there's a quarantine thing. 24 hours for decontamination, idiots." And
it's against the law, also.
yeah, it's completely against the law. And Ripley's strict on it. She's saying, "No, policy is policy." And then Ash just comes in and opens it.
Yeah, he just opens the door.
Yeah. First viewing, you think that he's like, oh, he's just doing that for his friends, you know?
Yeah.
But no, he's doing that so he could get the alien inside, because that's his programming, that's his objective, is to get the alien.
But the writing, I really like the writing. Was really good. You can really tell like the fear just by how they're talking and just trembling and stuff. I would rate it a 20 out of 20 because it's great. The writing is great. I like it. Funny, terrifying, very smooth jump in the Cadillac. Yep. Justin is on a call with Austin. His Wi-Fi is dead. So, let's play some tunes, shall we? Let's play some music.
Like every place the same.
5 minutes later.
Are you playing music
No.
into the microphone? Are you playing copyright? That's... Anyway, I'll go through my thoughts.
Sick, bro.
Okay, I'll do my turn while during this predicament.
I yawned.
So, I'm gonna talk about the fact that I love the world building in this film. The attention to detail with every single aspect, it really does a good job of sucking you into that world and making you invested, because the characters feel real. The environment feels real. Everything in the film feels completely real. Like, the universe has its own rules, it clearly establishes them, and it doesn't pause the film to like establish it, just talk to the audience and go, "Oh, this is how this works." No, you get it naturally through their dialogue, through the characters' dialogue. It makes the world fleshed out, but it also makes the characters fleshed out at the same time. It like hits two birds with one stone. Yeah, that's the gist of what I have to really say about the writing. I just think the writing is once again a 20 out of 20 for me. I I love the world building of this movie. Every single time I watch it, I feel like I'm watching it a first time. I'm a starry-eyed kid watching this.
But you've watched it 50,000 times.
Yeah, exactly. I can never get tired of this movie. I'm gonna be on my deathbed.
Alien is
Yeah.
on your deathbed with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in my retirement home. I'm gonna be playing Alien and The Thing. I'm never gonna get tired of them. I don't think I ever will, because I know you guys are kind of like aliened out. Like you guys are kind of
Because of you.
Yeah, because of me. But I don't get it. I never get tired of it.
Congratulations.
I can never get tired of Alien. Oh, he's back.
Oh my god, what?
Overall, I'm giving it 20 out of 20.
Shut up, Austin. Speak.
All right. Well, oh, he's back. He's back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Wasn't it obvious?
And we're back after that little interruption where we lost internet connection. I have returned to my friends and we are ready to give our continued views. Now, I believe these two went ahead and did their little thoughts. So before we continue and I get their exact numerical rating, I will give mine. For writing, I have no problems with the writing. 20 out of 20.
We all
We all agree. 20 out of 20.
Yay.
Hey, everyone gave 20. Let's go.
I love the
baby.
world
Alright.
building. I fucking love the world building of this movie. I'm never gonna get tired of it.
Moving on to our third section.
Acting.
Who would like to take the reins to start this off? Maya, would you like to take it from here?
She's doing first. She's doing it.
Acting was nice. When the character's acting like they're scared, you can feel it. It's almost like they really are scared. That's how good the acting is. Just like the screaming, the panic, the joy, all of it felt so real. I mean, that's the whole point of acting. It's supposed to feel real. But you can feel what they're feeling through the screen, at least for me, if that makes sense. I sound like a poetry. I sound like a poet, but...
You're a poet, Harry.
I'm a what? A poet, and a thumping good one once you get trained up a bit.
Oh, the British accent? British? God damn it.
But I can do a bit of a British accent. It's not amazing right now. Since
Oh
I've got
my
a clogged
goodness
nose, but if anything, it
gracious.
actually sounds better because of the clogged nose. I can barely tell.
Why,
See the
why
trick
does it
is-
sound better when you're sick?
Alligator.
Now you know how it feels.
You call that a knife? This is a knife. Alright, let's stop being racist. So, acting. You love the fact that you could really connect with the characters and the emotions they're trying to interpret and it felt real. I agree.
Fantastique. Je
agree.
vais voter ça un 20 sur 20. C'est vraiment fantastique. J'aimais vraiment ça. Et maintenant, Justin me regarde comme si je suis
Je ne pas parler en français.
parler français, oui, oui, oui. Je vais voter ça un 20 sur 20. Which
que
means
je peux
20
aller
out
à
of
la
20 for
toilette,
Justin,
s'il
who
te
can't
plaît?
even know numbers in French.
Cool. Give me that fucking thing. Holy shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so anyway, the,
17, 18, 19.
Vingt.
So anyway,
I don't know what's after
the
this.
acting,
These nuts.
I think it perfectly complements the writing. I think
Yes.
because look, with most actors, you like, let's say with like The Rock or something, like some high profile actor, they only got one emotion. He really only has like
Pratt.
yeah, Chris Pratt. He only has like one emotion, which is just stern, just funny and stern. That's all they do. But with
To be fair, he was great in Infinity War, though.
yeah, okay, I'll give you that. He was great.
What
in
is she
Infinity
saying?
War.
I can't hear
Or was
her.
it
I
Endgame?
can't hear her.
It was both, I guess.
Yeah.
But with this movie, they have a complete range of emotions, and with every single emotion, you feel it. You really feel it. Like these are actors.
what I said.
These are actors at the top of their game. and they complement the script and the world building perfectly. Like, it really feels like they're actually just like having conversations with each other. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a movie at all. It feels like you're just watching people have a conversation. It's so natural. There's so much chemistry between them.
Talking about writing, literally the writing and the acting in these movies went hand in hand, and both of them managed to be perfect. It just was amazing.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. 20 out of 20 with acting. Okay, so Austin, your thoughts on acting? Go.
I mean, to be honest, everything that I would say has already been said by you two. The biggest points really are just the fact that the writing and the acting went hand in hand. It was the stars aligned, the planets aligned. We got the eclipse that made Alien. The beauty it was. 20 out of 20. I have no complaints. Now, one thing I was gonna bring up, but I've decided to keep that for my post-production thing. So there is something down the road that I was gonna bring up here. But it has to do with the alien. But I wouldn't count him under acting.
I think the alien's perfect.
Of course you do.
I don't think
He's
so.
perfect the way he is.
I don't think he is.
What? I think he is.
Whoa! You are criticizing one of the most known alien designs on the planet, my guy.
I never said I was. I never said I was. Hey! Did I ever say I was criticizing the design?
That's the whole point of this podcast. We criticize shit.
Did I ever say I was gonna criticize the design? No, I just said I wanted to criticize something about the alien under acting. But
I don't think so, but we'll get to that later when you bring it up.
Oh, that's good.
It'll make a spicy end. So, but here we are all in agreement. 20 out of 20 for acting.
Yeah. Anyway, sound and music.
Anyway.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I'm willing to go, as this is usually the section I lead in. However, all I would really say, like The Thing, Alien is one of those movies where I feel like you could actually watch it without any music, and it would just keep you enthralled and immersed. And
Big time.
And to go on that regard, that is in big hand with the sound design, which is very, very well done in this entire movie. I have literally no complaints about the sound design.
Good.
Except for the one part, but I'm gonna leave that for post-production. I'm gonna leave it for post-production. I said at the very beginning of this video, the one part of this movie I'm gonna criticize is the 10 seconds in the specific scene when the annoying lady and Parker die. But when it comes to the music, like The Thing as well, watching it, I never really felt like I was listening to the music specifically. It was just kind of part of the background ambiance. It's never, unlike movies like Star Wars, where the music is very theatrical in Alien and The Thing, but let's continue on just saying the Alien. The music is more of a supporting part of the sound design rather than being an exclamation.
Absolutely.
So, to comment on that though, I listened to the Thing soundtrack.
Justin is giving me the death
recently,
stare.
And I love the soundtrack. If we were to review The Thing now, I probably would give Sound and Music a higher rating than I would have if I watched it fresh before I was listening to the soundtrack.
Well, that's
and as we've been recording this video, I've been listening to the Alien soundtrack. In fact, I'm listening to it right now. Specifically, I'm just finishing the Eggs track, which means I'm only about just a little bit in, and already just from these 18 tracks I've listened to out of 30, I've been amazed by the soundtrack. It's so creative and creepy, and just almost every single one is unique and different and creative, yet all together connected.
I completely agree.
What?
Now, personally, I'm more a person that likes music to be an extreme, a big ingredient rather than just a supportive thing. I like a big theatrical soundtrack. I don't want to give it a 20 out of 20, but I have no specific complaints.
Blasphemy!
You know what? Let me think about my specific rating. I've said what I have to say. I'll let you two speak. So, should I hand it off to Maya, or is Justin about Maya?
Yes.
Is Justin
He's
about to
taking the
explode?
mic.
Yes, because Justin keeps taking the damn mic to himself. So I don't know.
Hey, that's mean. That's mean.
I
Justin,
know,
you gotta
very
share.
very mean, very disrespectful.
Ow.
Don't ow me. Anyway, Justin might hate me. I have similar opinion to Austin. The music was kind of like just there. he's giving me the most evil glance right now. Like it was there. I didn't really like notice it was kind of like just there, and I was like, okay, cool song. Wow. Oh my God, Alien! Whoa. Like, you know, it was there. And I am quite similar to Austin. I do like big music that make themselves known, very like statement music where you can't physically ignore it. It's literally there and you just can't do anything about it. That's cool. I like songs like that. But in Alien, it was like kind of like background music to a fucking Avengers fight scene.
What?
So I just had a. I don't want to interrupt you, Maya. I don't know if you're done, and I know Justin definitely is ready to say something.
No, he.
But I just had something that kind of. I can't specifically explain why it's not a 20 out of 20. I'm gonna give it a 19 out of 20. But the best way I can describe my reasoning is think of it this way: watching both Alien and The Thing, I can still remember a very specific piece of soundtrack from The Thing, but I cannot remember any specific soundtracks from Alien.
Me neither.
Oh, I couldn't tell if that was you or Justin.
Okay.
Now, before you speak, Justin,
Mm-hmm.
Maya, did you finish?
Yeah, I finished. Justin took the mic from me, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm finished.
What's your
Do you want to give it a rating, or do you want to...
I think I would give it a 17 out of 20, just so Justin doesn't kill me.
You survive
Okay, cool.
for now.
Damn, wait, so if you're giving mercy points, does that mean you're even lower? Can you DM me your actual rating? I'm just...
Okay, hun, for the sake of the podcast, just give the actual rating.
Oh, damn.
15 out of 20.
Ooh!
I'm making him angry. I'm gonna.
Give it that. Now, you guys have made very, very good points. Very good points. A lot of which I do agree with.
Bullshit.
Although, I disagree with the lowering of the rating.
Very great points. However, I disagree.
Yeah, because
If
look,
you makes you feel any better, Justin, I
this,
don't think...
it may not have...
You're
the-
cutting Austin off, you bitch. Austin, go ahead.
No. If anything, I was cutting Justin off. Speak, Justin. It's your turn.
I think for the kind of movie that this is, I think the score fits in perfectly. Because although it isn't some big theatrical score, I don't think a movie like Alien would really suit a big theatrical score. The score is there to complement what's already there.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to dull the music down to 0% to the point where I
It
don't
is
remember
not
it.
dulled
I
down.
don't remember
It is not dulled down. I think it complements it perfectly.
No.
Because it's there when it needs to be, and when it's not there, it lets the sound and the characters control the scene.
The only thing I could hear is your fun facts about the director of the movie.
I did not talk about that while we were
That's
watching.
a separate complaint.
I did not do that while we were watching.
Justin, like, I both agree and disagree with both of you. I mean, I agree with you, Justin, how it all mixes together and sounds well.
Yeah.
I also agree with Maya that it's unmemorable as shit. But I think that's because
I don't
it's
think
made
so.
to sound like the soundtrack is part of the sound mix. It's literally just part of the ambiance.
It's perfectly woven in. I go very heavily by the perspective of if a scene doesn't need music, don't put it in. Because the scene is perfectly effective on its own. This movie is a prime example of that. The scenes where they're just having conversations or they're discussing amongst each other or they're walking around the ship, you don't need that grand theatrical score. Because the characters and the world building is already guiding the emotion for you. You don't need that extra factor in. And when that extra factor is needed, it does that. It does those musical cues. It just doesn't do it all the time because it doesn't need it.
You're gay.
20 out of 20.
You're... I mean, yeah, I agree. I do agree with you. But again, like, I still feel like it doesn't deserve to be on par with, like, again, honestly, it's really just hard to describe. It might also just be a perspective thing. Everyone
I think it's a
reacts to
perspective
things
thing.
differently, right? And so you and me might
Justin,
just
you're
have
based.
different reactions.
I am very based. Thank you.
You're based as fuck.
Thank you. What? Thank you.
We have different, like, I maybe just connect with the Thing soundtrack more than I did with the Alien soundtrack. Because, like I said, that's the best example I can give for you to understand. Is I remember the bum bum, bum bum of the Thing. That's very vivid. And I don't remember any of the other soundtrack. And then listening to it separately, it sounds great. And then I'm listening to Alien. None of it sounds familiar, but it just sounds cool.
Okay, I'm gonna say I do like the Thing soundtrack more. I do like it more than Alien. But I think they're both perfect for the movies that they accompany. The Thing, it excels from that soundtrack. Like, I do like the Thing soundtrack more because it's more iconic sounding. But I love the Alien soundtrack for what kind of movie it's put in. For how it complements the film.
I think at this point we're all like gonna agree to disagree.
Yep.
Again, with this is more of a personal opinion, but altogether with our votes, I would think Sound of Music 18 out of 20 for my 19, your 20, and Maya's 15.
Whew. Okay.
Agreed, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, 18 out of 20 for Sound of Music.
I fought
Now-
long and hard.
Justin, be glad it's not a 15.
Yeah, I fought long and hard.
Well, you get a chance to continue fighting.
Okay.
We're moving on to your section. Post-production.
I don't know shit about this.
What?
I'm not a big post-production person either. This is where Justin shines. So, personally, the only thing I would have to say, I'll bring up just afterwards, and it's just that scene I've discussed. So, take it away, Justin.
So once again, the editing in the movie isn't overblown. You don't notice how good it is. You don't notice it. Just like with the soundtrack, you don't directly notice it. But I think, once again, I don't really have too much to say in terms of this because I'm going to be repeating myself. It perfectly complements for the kind of movie it's trying to be. Because the kind of movie that Alien wants to be, the pacing is intentionally made in a specific way where it holds on scenes and it lets you get sucked into that world. It's supposed to immerse you. It's supposed to completely immerse you and make you feel like you're a character in the world. It's trying to make you feel like you're with them and you're having these conversations back and forth with them. As opposed to like another movie, like let's say like Baby Driver, it gives you the information and then it moves on to another scene. That is a good kind of editing on its own, where it's very fast paced and it's like a thrill ride. But I think I appreciate this kind of editing in Alien just as much as something like Baby Driver, because the editing in this does perfectly what it's trying to do, which is immerse you into the world and make it feel like you're in that world with them. You know, it leaves in exactly what it needs to leave in, and I don't have any problems with the editing whatsoever.
Almost a bit of a side note on this. Would you consider immersion to be a genre of film? Films that try to be made in a way to immerse the audience in the actual movie itself, specifically.
It's
or
a type of...
is that an immersion, or is it like, yeah, because movies like Alien and Predator and The Thing try to like immerse you in it.
I would say it's a style. I wouldn't say it's a genre. I would say it's a style of movie. It's a way to go about a movie, because the immersion portion of the film isn't the genre itself. The genre of Alien is science fiction and horror. That's the kind of movie it is. But the immersion part is the style that it's trying to do.
Right. I agree. But mainly out of that, so we're on the same page. So what I was going to say is, like, is it like, I guess in this case we decide it's a style, and it's not just what a filmmaker should be striving to do in general.
No, there are infinite ways a filmmaker can present a film. This is just a way they present. This is just the way they decide to present the film, and I think the way they decided to go with it, they did it perfectly. So I think post-production's a 20 out of 20, because I think it perfectly succeeded at what it was trying to do. I've said perfectly
Agreed.
so much. I need a counter for it.
Take a shot every time
Post,
Justin says
Justin.
perfect or
Yeah,
perfectly.
drinking game. Take a shot every time I say perfect or perfectly. All right.
Alright, so...
I'm ready for someone else to take the helm. 20 out of 20.
Maya, would you like to comment off of what he said?
I don't really know what to say because I barely know shit about post-production, but I'm just gonna believe his judgment. But I'm going to rate it in 19 out of 20 to piss him off. Thank you.
God! Just rate it a 20!
19, because I know it'll make you mad and it's funny.
It's
So-
amazing at what it does, and it doesn't,
Here,
like...
I'm making you mad.
Oh, fuck you.
I
Okay.
So, I don't know personally how much to really give into post-production. I mean, like, kind of like Maya, you've said a lot, and I also am not super knowledgeable. When it comes to, like, effects and stuff like that, one thing that you almost can't really even give to post-production is the effects, because pretty much almost everything is done practically.
No, everything
Which,
is done practically. It's 1979. Everything is practical.
Well, there you go.
Someone
Fucking amazing. Like, and I think, honestly, if I'm being fully honest, the one that impresses me the most, that I actually really love the most, you know exactly what it is, but it's still kind of like, it's fun, it's cool. Maybe part of knowing that what it is makes it kind of cool, at least in my perspective, is at the end, the, like, escape pod engines, which is just the ship being upside down, they're blasting light, and they're just pouring water down.
Yeah. It's a very cool
that
effect.
shit is cool. Exactly.
If we're gonna
So,
talk about effects
with
in this
editing-
section, it's once again a 20 out of 20.
Exactly. So, post-production itself doesn't really have much credit to take. The pacing of the movie goes really well, and nothing really wrong with it. If we're looking at the exact definitions of Justin's 20 out of 20, amazing pacing, incredible transitions, special effects are mind-blowing. I would say practical effects are very, very well done. Are pretty mind-blowing. It doesn't have any specific transitions. It kind of just goes from scene to scene to scene. It doesn't really take any time to do anything super fancy. It just focuses on the story. So yeah, it does do that as well, or it needs to be done with pacing and what shots to use and that kind of stuff. It does it really well, except for the scene. For that, I have been foreshadowing the entire episode.
Ugh.
So,
Let's do it.
if Post Justin has the guts to do it, I find the time codes, he can play the clip right now. Okay, so this is all fine.
Sounds fine.
Get out of the way, Lambert. So this is all fine. This is very cool, actually. This is a great shot.
Exactly. It's shot very well. Hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted. Oh. It's okay, post Justin, you'll handle it.
Okay, so, okay, I'm already seeing the issues now. Yeah, they're the issues again. Yeah, I'm seeing them. Let's just play the full clip and then we'll talk about them. There was the second one. Okay, I think my issues are... Yeah, my issues are done here. So, now that we played the clip, it is generally a good scene. Very well done. Very nice.
It's a very good scene.
But I have issues with the scene. So, trying to think top to bottom. I think the first one that we saw was the alien doing the thriller. Yeah, so the alien does the thriller, slaps. We cut very shortly to Lambert screaming, or at least looking horrified, and then we cut back to this. It's a very sudden cut, which we don't get a lot of in this movie, so it's almost a bit shocking.
Jarring?
I would like to say. Jarring, thank you, that's the better word. Jarring. It's a little jarring. And there's also no audio, so you can't tell if she's actually screaming or if she's just gasping or just frozen.
Okay.
But sound issue continues here. Again, right there, right after that, he is screaming in pain. We see that. Again, it's a very quick cut, which is still kind of jarring, which might just play into the scene itself. I'm willing to give it that.
I think it plays into the scene itself.
But the lack of audio, I can't specifically forgive because, sure, maybe he's just in pain, but we never hear a sudden, gasp for air and then he starts screaming. He just starts suddenly screaming. As if the audio channel was turned on. Right? It was weird. It felt weird to me. So there's that complaint. And then my last complaint, which is again kind of editing, and how this one's more of a complaint for editing, is the fact that they chose this shot. I think the shot where the alien is just gliding towards Landberg and is just waving his arms around.
I think it's a great shot.
I think it's stupid.
I think it's great.
I personally think it's stupid.
I think it's great.
I think it looks weird. I don't think it matches the alien.
What side are you on here?
Honestly,
It looks like an outtake. It looks like an outtake from the guy in the costume just being funny, goofy. So
I think because in this scene, for once in the movie, it's doing that heavy theatrical score where it's showing the alien attack because there's a lot happening in that scene. It isn't just a conversation between people. Score is complementing the specific scene that it's in. And I think
what does score have to do with any of what I talked about?
I think the sound being muted and being replaced with the score and letting the score carry the scene, I think it helps. I think it really helps to make the score memorable in its own right. I think it's perfect for that scene.
I don't know. To me, it always feels just like an error. It feels like a mistake that just slipped through. It doesn't sound right to me. And again, I think that would have been fine if they decided to do that. But I think it would have been better to at least explain that story-wise, because it just looks awkward. Either don't show him screaming or anything like that, or like I said before, maybe make him a gasp sound effect and then start screaming. Because that would explain, maybe that he got the wind knocked out of him, or he was frozen in fear too, and then he finally started screaming, right? He finally got his voice back. He's just going, I don't know, I can't scream right now because I don't have a voice, but you know what I mean, right?
I guess. Well, this is another one where I think we're going to agree to disagree, because ever since I first watched that movie, that scene feels fine to me. I never seen it as an audio error until you pointed it out.
That's because you view it as the most perfect thing in the universe.
Stop.
We're gonna have a similar dilemma with the thing, although I don't think I'm gonna have as many complaints.
Oh, I am going to be much more defensive when the thing, if you say something.
You're always defensive with all your movies. What are you talking about?
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
No. Yay.
Yay.
Okay,
I think we're gonna agree
So,
to disagree.
I think we are. So I said let's get the rating. So Maya, what do you give this?
What is that? 20 out of 20.
Maya?
Yeah, 20
Oh.
out of 20. 20.
You give it a 20 out of 20?
Oh,
Sure.
you said Maya. Okay.
Did you think he said your
Yeah,
name?
I thought I legitimately thought he said me.
Okay, well, 20
I said Maya.
20 poggers.
Yeah.
Oh,
20
fuck.
out of 20.
Oh.
She did that just to piss me off.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So we're both
This
on
is gonna-
20 out of
this
20.
is gonna get a higher score than 28 days later. No.
Well, looks like you have a predicament here.
Well, I don't think it deserves a 20 out of 20.
Okay, but do your honest score, do not make it low just to make 28 days later higher.
I'm not. But like literally reading the definitions on the rubric, I'm giving it a 15 out of 20.
Ah, that was like a stake to the heart. Ooh,
You said that twice now.
I know. Yeah, 17.
How about 17 Ostino?
17 or
Okay.
18? Because there's two 20 out of 20s.
Alright then, 18.
Yeah, 18.
Cool.
18 out of 20.
Yep.
Okay. The scores. Okay, so well, this officially then has more 20. Wait. 18. Sorry, 18. Right, I was about to say the score has
Right.
more 20 out of 20s, but it's still. So this is literally 18 out of 20, 20 out of 20, 20 out of 20, 18 out of 20, and 18 out of 20.
Yep, plug them
So,
together.
Very.
Math!
Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the end here. Let me pull up a calculator because I am not big brain enough to do the calculations in my head. Calculator. Oh! Oh! Fuck!
What?
Okay,
Tell me.
ladies and gentlemen, we have our final review. As a reminder, our last episode was 28 days later. It got a rating of 93.5 out of 100. Our final answer, the rating from Jam Entertainment for Alien, is 94.
Yeah!
It
Damn!
beats 28 days later by 0.5.
Yeah!
Oh!
Yes!
Shit, dog!
Yes!
That's a bruh moment.
Ha ha ha.
And it's not even my all-time favorite. So
Yes!
Sorry for your loss,
damn it.
Austin, but I kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Well, yeah, well, thank you for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. This is our review for Aliens. We got 94 out of 100. Kind of forget how I end these. It's been a while since we recorded one of these episodes. But next week's episode, what did I say? It's my recommendation next week.
Yeah.
And I believe it is... Oh! Our next episode will be Twister,
Awesome.
1996.
Haven't seen that in like a
I'm
decade.
kind of,
Awesome.
you know what? I'm kind of tempted to get you and Maya out to Norm's. We watch it all together on the original VHS that I have it on.
Ooh.
All right, awesome. That sounds like a deal.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed. Have a great evening. Peace.
Oh yeah, don't forget to smash that like button.
Oh yeah, don't forget to smash that like button.